move called the sideways route.
Oh God,
They
I
call
almost
it my
died.
diagonal balls.
Yeah, and your love of wine. Before long, though, Danny escaped yet another work detail after he was transferred to a prison in Alabama, and he spent a few nights at a nearby tent revival
Oh, look at
meeting
this guy.
listening to sermons.
He's got a cooking
before
cape.
authorities tracked him down. Now, like many prisoners, Danny was given a psychological evaluation, which found that he, among other things, suffered from antisocial personality disorder, had deeply ambivalent feelings about his mother, and both idolized and deeply hated his father. Even so, Danny was released from prison in 1984 and moved back in with his parents in Shreveport. While there, a neighbor named Gary Flowers remembered Danny jogging down the street carrying a log across his shoulders while inexplicably dressed up as Rambo.
Serial killers are like this. This is a thing, maybe not just serial killers. There's something about this stripe of douchebag that serves 19 months. What was it, 19 months that he was in the Army? Or in the Armed Forces?
If that. And it was Air Force. It wasn't even the Army. It was the fucking Air Force. It wasn't even the Marines. It was just the Air Force.
You're just a glorified janitor for the country, for the state. I'm sure you didn't see any combat.
But these guys take this little kernel of authority and blow it out. Because they're desperate for identity. I think that there is a search for who am I, what is my role in life, and that's why I think all of him running to church and all that kind of shit is very empty. I think it is him just trying to find a place where he can just fit in a way, he has no personal stakes in any one of these games. But the Rambo thing gives him weird personal agency, because Rambo also was one man against that town. And if you watch that first Rambo,
he's a terrorist, technically.
With the first one, but he was a man that was abandoned by his country.
I agree with him, but he's also a terrorist.
But he's dressed in Rambo 2, Rambo 3. It's the red headband.
It's the older brother from Goonies.
But he wasn't cut like Sly was.
No, he was he was Junior Dumpling.
Yeah, he's Junior. Yeah, he's the son of Baby Dumpling.
Well, perhaps it was his odd appearance that attracted the neighborhood children. And before long, Danny was teaching the kids how to lift weights while he sang them his emo singer-songwriter compositions in his backyard.
I like to watch your little Bobby go to that chest machine. I like to watch what's doing because it makes you big and mean. Stop, Danny! I'm trying to lift weights here. I'm a child.
Is there a parent in the town? Is one parent in this town? Does anyone care?
Back in the 80s, man, you could just hang out with creepy old men all the time, and nobody really said much anything. And some kids got molested, absolutely. But sometimes you just hung out with the serial killer, and he didn't kill you. But within months, Danny left Shreveport, went hitchhiking, and ended up catching a ride with a guy named Jake. While they were driving down the road, though, the cops pulled them over, and Jake handed Danny a 45.
This is a big ass bag of toilet paper. My wife got.
As it turned out,
isn't that crazy?
So when Jake was arrested, Danny drove Jake's car to the police station.
I ain't complaining.
Abandoned his new acquaintance and took off with the gun.
I fucking love
once more, Danny embarked on yet another crime spree. First, he robbed a Kroger in Mississippi while wearing a ski mask. Then broke into a house where he ate bananas and yogurt.
I remember that detail.
Interesting. And after finishing his snack, Danny made sure to leave the empty yogurt container and the banana peel conspicuously placed on the kitchen table, which is a pretty common scare tactic amongst home invaders.
Right. It shows a sense of possession of your own home. He comes in. This is how comfortable I was. We saw this with the interior rapist, the original Night Stalker. We also had BTK. Same kind of shit, which shows...
Richard Ramirez also.
Yes. It's weird. That's why I start to kind of put him in a different category. Where he does sound like kind of a flagrant, disorganized drifter killer. But then it's shit like this, where, he also had this, feeling of being a superior predator. Because that's what that shows to me. It shows that I can come in your house and spend as much time as I want in your house. And I want you to know that I was here, and I was all through with your shit.
What it shows to me is he did not eat before committing these crimes. And that is...
It's like shopping. Never go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
Holden McNeely from Round Table of Gentlemen. Back in the day, we would record at this restaurant, and he would bring chicken wings in to the recording, and we would say, can't you just eat before it was 6 p.m. when we would do it? And he would say, no, I'm hungry now. And that's why this guy is such a douchebag. He needs to eat and then commit the home invasion. You can't eat at work.
However, it's not like the banana and yogurt family wouldn't have noticed someone had been in their home, because Danny also stole their car after ferreting out the keys. But Danny was soon pulled over for driving erratically and was arrested for grand larceny and armed robbery after cops found the ski mask he used to rob the Kroger on the stolen car's passenger seat. Once again, Danny was very sorry for what he'd done, but this time he had a possible, if overly dramatic, solution. Reportedly, he told his lawyer, quote,
I know I did wrong, and like I said, I'm sorry. But instead of going back to jail,
Yeah?
listen to this. This is my pitch.
Do you have a different idea?
Could I just have my hands cut off? Then I wouldn't be able to do any more bad things, because no one's ever heard of a foot robber.
You know, in a very strange way, we can do that for you. Actually, it would actually be worse.
I could use my hands because I'm a professional guitar player.
Yeah, it would be hard for you.
So maybe we could just have my dick split in two or something. I don't know. You're the lawyer.
Well, you're coming up with a suggestion.
So the judge didn't go for the hand solution, and Danny pleaded guilty. But just before sentencing, Danny shaved off all of the hair on his head, including his eyebrows, in a misguided attempt to, quote, clean up his image.
People forget that Lex Luthor was also a billionaire.
That's very true. He was successful in business. He shaved off all of his hair and his eyebrows. But then the worst thing he did was tear up the picture of the Pope. I can't believe he did that. That is a Sinead O'Connor. She's doing okay.
Because she has mental health issues, and we will further that. Always look for the best. Never compared to you. That was a wonderful cover of that Prince song.
Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't know that was a cover.
Yeah, that's a Prince song, yeah.
But she really made it her own, didn't she?
She really made it
all
her
on the
own.
Watchtower. That's Jimmy's song now, you know.
But Bobby even said that. Bobby
Bobby
Dylan. That's what we call it. I've been calling him Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah, you guys are close?
The hairlessness, however, did nothing to convince the judge that Danny was a changed man, and Rowling was sentenced to 15 years in prison for his latest crime spree.
Okay.
3 years later, though, Danny was paroled, and he moved back in with his parents in Shreveport, having had no place else to go. There, his dad continued calling him a piece of shit, and Danny resumed his neighborhood Rambo routine.
Fuck you, Dad. I'm going to the forest to start my militia.
Okay.
Eventually, Danny got a job at a convenience store, which he quickly lost, and that was followed by short stints at Circle K, Walmart, and the Sizzler. But Danny couldn't keep a job to save his life.
And honestly, you could be a waiter at the Sizzler if you have an open fucking head wound. There is no way. How do you get fired
I thought it was
from the Sizzler? It's mostly buffet.
Yeah, it's mostly buffet. You just have to
Anybody who gets the entrees at Sizzler's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, absolutely. Always get the buffet.
Ponderosa rules.
What do you think you're getting changed to a table? You got the buffet right there.
That's freedom. I'm with you.
This is America.
I could not agree with you more.
Well, about the only job Danny could keep was an electrician gig set up by his friend, Bunny Mills, who nonchalantly played guitar and had casual sex with Danny once a week, but thankfully came out of the whole thing unscathed.
It's about the guitar.
It might be.
But Danny missed his calling, because even though he was a competent electrician, he was let go when work slowed down. From there, Danny moved on to Pancho's Mexican Buffet, where he was soon fired. But for some reason, losing the job at Pancho's was the last straw.
It's hard to get fired from two buffets.
Was he eating the beans? How did he get fired? How do you? I mean, really?
All you have to do at a buffet waiter is you just have to bring the plates and bring water.
Was he there cutting the ham at the end of the buffet?
Or you're supposed to engage in conversation.
You have to say that, yes.
No, yeah, he was the guy that brought out the chips when they put up the little Mexican flag. When the little Mexican flag goes, he brings out the chips. And you don't show up to work. That's how.
Oh, it's your conspicuous absence. Danny Rowling did the George thing, where he just didn't show up, the George Costanza thing, where he just didn't show up to work for 3 days and then just rolled in, acting like things are cool, being like, all right, ready for Danny?
He failed to show up for work on November 2nd and November 3rd, and then showed up on November 4th saying, I didn't do fucking nothing wrong, man. You know what I bet? Here's what I bet it was, is that because he made this huge scene, he threatened the manager, all of the buffeteers were uncomfortable.
What?
I guarantee you what it was is that he did that thing where like he didn't look at the schedule, and he's like, "Well, I didn't look at the schedule. You posted the schedule after I left, so it's not my fault that I didn't show up for the last 2 days because I didn't know I was on the schedule."
He does make a valid point there.
So
Update the schedule all weird.
Absolutely, you go in there because nothing is worse than an irate buffeteer. You know how it is because I've been a buffeteer and I name myself sometimes co-captain buffeteer at a buffet when you're there, and you notice honestly these onion rings these can be brought up faster. I'm watching these, it's like,
Oh my God.
this is getting cold. Do these lamps need to be turned up?
I feel like when your family walked into the buffet, they reminded you there was a 2-hour time limit.
Oh yeah, dude. Because we pushed it.
I'm sure you
that was
did.
what my father understood best about the economy. Is you have to make the buffet work for you.
Can we get it to go? No. It's whatever you eat in the restaurant. I could see the Zabrowski's be like, can I get a doggy bag for this? And just go into the mac and cheese.
You fucking act like my parents didn't understand you have to go off the grid for that. My mom used to line her purse with a Ziploc bag. That is true. We do this to this day. An inner joke that I do all the time because my mom does it. She goes, "Put the purse. Put this in the purse." She's like a whole like turkey leg like wrapped in that.
Well, that's classic.
And then it goes in the freezer and then it's good for 2 years.
Of course, yeah.
Now I don't know for sure, but it seems like Danny didn't show up for work because he'd been distracted by the resumption of an old habit. See, Danny had started peeping again. I'm not calling it snarping.
Okay.
I'm sticking with peeping.
He's going peeping.
Okay. I'm sticking with it.
If I say it, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying.
You can
Yeah.
snarp, and Marcus will say peep.
Mm-hmm. But Danny added an odd twist. Instead of peeping on ladies, Danny was peeping on entire families. And he'd become focused on a particular family called the Grissons, which included Father Tom, his 24-year-old daughter Julie, and his 8-year-old grandson Sean. For days, if not weeks, Danny would show up to the Grissom house at dawn and stand outside their window unseen, watching them as they interacted with each other and got ready for their day.
This is why whenever I get a house and I might be in the woods at 9 p.m. every night, I'm taking a shotgun and I'm just shooting it in the air. This is so scary. Like, this idea is so scary.
It really is. This is what haunts me. Is this type of thing. Where because you could tell in a way, Danny Rowling is looking through the windows with almost a nostalgia of a life he didn't have. I can almost kind of see that where he looks at this family, and a part of the fascination is watching a functioning family go, and then his "I'm going to show the whole world my rage" shit starts popping up because he's like, "Fuck this family for being together."
Do you think that he would just have become an internet voyeur, no longer being a tangible killer?
No,
he's
a serial killer.
Society. Yeah. Okay, so no matter, even with like today's like he wouldn't get like an OnlyFans for looking at families. I don't even know what that means.
OnlyFans.
I think that's just Pornhub. Yeah, but do you think he would still be active?
I think the idea that the internet is preventing people from being serial killers, as far as like them getting their rocks off, I think that's bullshit. People who are going to kill no matter what. It's not like, everyone started killing when movies started getting more violent in the 70s and 80s. People have always killed. The serial killers have always existed. Mass murders have always existed. They probably always will. Humans at their core do not change.
Well, this has been a very strange Gaia meetup.
It is.
Thank you for that non-encouraging view of the future.
Humans are a violent primate.
Yeah, we're very, very violent. I think serial killers get caught much faster now. That's why there aren't as many serial killers. It's just the investigative tools that people have are just so much better now than they were in the 70s.
Right.
Now, from what it sounds like, this wasn't the only family that Danny had watched. But what we do know is that the Grissoms were the family that Danny had in his sights when he was fired from Pancho's Mexican buffet. And so, just like after his divorce, Danny decided to take his anger out on other people. Except this time, the result would be an absolutely brutal triple murder carried out with a cruelty not seen since the days of BTK. On November 6th, 2 days after Danny was fired, he rode his bike to the field behind the Grissom's home at about 10 p.m. See, that night, Tom Grissom had been barbecuing outside and had unfortunately left the door to their back porch open. So, Danny, wearing camouflage pants, jungle boots, and a black t-shirt, hopped the Grissom's fence and burst into their living room through the back door, essentially dressed in the same Rambo outfit he'd been seen wearing around the neighborhood.
I don't know why that detail makes me even more frightened. There's something about that detail of like the idea he had a costume.
Yeah. In fact, I mean, he came with all the Rambo accoutrement, because slung around his shoulder in a makeshift holster was a large USMC K-bar knife with a wood handle and a jagged-edged 8-inch long blade. So, brandishing a .38 revolver, Danny commanded Tom, Julie, and Sean Grissom to lay on the floor, where Danny handcuffed Tom Grissom's hands behind his back and duct taped his mouth shut. After securing Tom, Roland then bound Julie and Sean's hands behind their backs with duct tape and taped their mouths shut before returning to Tom. Danny then led him from the living room into the utility room, where he stabbed Tom from behind, piercing his right kidney. He then turned Tom around and drove the knife upward into his heart just below the sternum, killing him.
These also were techniques he learned from years of hunting.
Danny then returned to the living room and almost casually killed Sean Grissom by stabbing him in the back. And as Sean bled out on the floor, Danny led Sean's mother into the bathroom, where he raped her on the sink countertop. Finally, Danny led Julie to Tom's bedroom, where he stabbed her 3 times in the back, once on the right side, once on the left, and once through her spine. And afterward, Danny washed Julie's vagina with vinegar to remove DNA traces, then left the body spread-eagled on the edge of the bed. With the family completely annihilated, Danny used the family's washer and dryer to clean his clothes. Then he removed the duct tape he'd used to bind and silence the Grissoms before leaving the scene.
Because he did understand that they look at duct tape for evidence of fingerprints and hairs and stuff like that. So he knew that. I guess he knew that from his father. I'm not certain if he knew that like specifically, or if he just looked it up, or if he'd become because this is a thing that maybe we'll talk about more in next episode. Where do we think he was a serial killer fanboy, and he learned from reading about serial killers, like he learned how to cover up his crimes more often, and better, and he also specifically posed the body, which is the sign that he had a whole different agenda in mind. That this wasn't just impulse driven. This was an expression of rage that he wanted people to see. So he did move the body and put her in a way where her hair was fanned out on the bed, and she was displayed.
Mm-hmm. Now, the police never even came close to Danny Rowland for the Grissom triple murder until Danny was already arrested for the Gainesville murders. But friends noticed that Danny became, by the start of 1990, more solitary, nervous, and secretive. But at the same time, Danny was also becoming more braggadocious, even though he had nothing to brag about. He'd hang out every night at the Superior Bar and Grill in Shreveport.
Ceridome is this red trim on this guy's armor.
Even though the manager at the Superior wouldn't even let Danny set up for a show in the corner of the bar.
Danny, I don't know how to tell you this, but you ran 20 minutes over the light last week. I had too much to say. You know my I'm sorry song is 35 minutes long.
Well, we spent 18 minutes
Danny managed
hunting.
to get a job as a telemarketer.
So let's go ahead and eat this last swordfish and then
he
dip
showed
out.
up wearing army fatigues and combat boots while carrying the same K-bar knife that he'd used less than a month before to slaughter a family of 3.
You should never be a regular at your local army surplus store.
They should know you by sight. You have to hide so
You should go there when you have like a Halloween costume and you can find this.
You know, I'm not, of course, it's not a defense of Danny Rowling, but it is a telemarketing job. They can't see you. So can't you just dress however you want?
It's about an office culture, I think.
He came in. Did he come with a knife?
He came in with an 8-inch blade.
Explain yourself,
like a
GMO.
holster that he made himself.
Technically, that would have only been mildly acceptable at Poncho's Mexican buffet because at least that's food service.
But in Shreveport, can't you sign up for like one of those kind of like emotional support knives?
Yeah, you can actually have all of your limbs cut off and replaced with guns and knives.
No, well, Danny soon got fired from the telemarketing job as well. He'd also made friends with a couple of retirees at the Superior Bar and Grill. Stephen and Louisa Clausen took a shine to Danny for one reason or another, and after he fixed the floodlights at their house, they all started hanging out.
Sometimes a weird dude just starts hanging out your house for some reason, and you just don't know how you've become best friends. And you got to figure out, be like, well, I guess you're my family now?
Yeah. Now, unlike most people, the Clausens actually liked Danny's music, and oddly, hired him to sing at a children's birthday party, even though all of his songs were mopey, dark, and overly emotional, while also being somehow shallow.
And I can just see him setting up for the stage, and he's got his fatigues on, and he's just like, this song is about the horrors of war, as all of these children just watch him.
In fact, Danny was so emotional about his music that he took great offense at said children's birthday party when only the kids were paying attention. Because Danny expected everyone at the party to drop everything they were doing and quietly enjoy the rolling vibes.
Bullets are the worst kind of bird.
Well, this guy says full Sarah is 240K,
Now, Danny
and
kept his darker impulses
I
under
think
control
that's what I
months
want.
after murdering the Grissom family. But on April 27th, 1990, Rowling
So let's
almost
go to the
died
Grand
in
Exchange.
a car accident, but came away instead with yet another nasty head injury. While driving through a freak storm, Danny's car hydroplaned, and at the same time, a gust of tornado-force wind propelled the car 12 feet into the air, where it smashed into the top of a telephone pole. And because Danny wasn't really a seatbelt guy, he flew out of the car and landed on his head. And after recovering, Danny resumed peeping, and before long, he was breaking into homes to rape women, escalating more and more each time back towards murder. But in May of 1990, the world was almost spared the worst of Danny's crimes when Danny was almost put away for attempting to murder his own father.
Damn.
Now, the fight started as it usually did, with something terribly small. See, Danny had just arrived back at his parents' house after a night at
You ate the
60th
last
Bar
Oreo?
Grill, and James
You
started
motherfucker.
screaming at Danny to roll up the goddamn windows on his car because it was raining. But Danny said he didn't need to roll up his windows because the car was parked under an awning.
It's under an awning, Dad! Yeah, I'm 36 years old, and I am a full-grown, balding man, but you will not tell me to close the windows of my car if I don't need you, Daddy.
Wow. Then Danny put his shoe on a
This
bench
one's
in the
the second.
kitchen to tie his laces. That escalated things even further, and Danny said, quote,
I got my foot on the bench, old man.
Master
What are
Mac
you
26.
gonna do about it?
and that's when the guns came out.
Oh my goodness.
Both men pulled out their revolvers.
ICG! ICG! What?
And after several warning shots were fired, James Rowling declared that he was going to kill this whole goddamn family once and for all. But instead of killing his family, James Rowling simply locked himself
Yeah,
in the
no, I
kitchen.
just don't have enough.
Danny, not satisfied with this conclusion, he kicked down the door, fired his .38 twice, and hit his father in the stomach and right between the eyes.
Dang.
And when Danny's mother walked into the room, she found her eldest son kicking her husband's badly wounded body, saying, "Lord, forgive me," over and over again. Danny then ran off and disappeared.
I'm going to the woods!
Wow, back to the woods to take another shit.
I can see him like running through all those. Oh, the trees. They accept my apologies.
Oh my god.
Father didn't die, though.
How not?
Absolutely
You know what?
survived. I would imagine
I don't have
probably
240K
the
yet.
38
Let's just
glance off of his
go
forehead.
fishing.
Some happened, but yeah, he didn't die. Now, Danny ran away thinking that he'd murdered his father, but instead of hitting the road immediately, Rowling showed up at Stephen and Louisa Clausen's house, dressed in his standard Rambo uniform and brandishing his K-bar knife. But instead of just knocking on the door and asking for help, Danny broke into his friend's house through the back door and surprised them as they were in bed watching TV at the end of a long day. Danny then pointed his handgun at his two supposed friends and told them that he was in big trouble for shooting his father and all he needed was their money. The Clausens sound like they're about the most patient people in the goddamn world because they spent the next 2 hours trying to calm Danny down.
They kind of seem to know it, and they also weirdly reacted like they've had guns pointed at them before. They're like comfortable with guns.
Yeah,
they
it's like,
came in
Danny,
and they're
what are
like,
you doing?
Danny, are we serious here, Danny? Meanwhile, full Rambo outfit, fucking 8-inch knife, just being like, I fucking killed tonight. I killed, and no one will accept my apology.
Well, it does seem like you're not sorry. Again, actions. You have to change your actions.
That's as good as an apology. I wrote it down.
By by the end of it, Steven Clausen gave Danny $30, and Louisa sent him off with cookies and fruit.
Should have deposited
Danny
my
then
tinderbox.
apologized for pulling the gun and for tracking
Yeah,
on
fuck
their
it.
carpet
I'm
before he
selling.
cried and left Shreveport forever.
Oh my
Pathetic.
god. Okay.
I'll sell my
And
axe
within
too.
weeks, Danny had robbed $1,600 from a supermarket in Kansas City and told the cashiers on the way out, quote,
Thank you. God bless. Please pray for me. I need it.
God damn, you're annoying, Dan.
Then 2 weeks later, he returned to the same store to rob it again, but came away with nothing. Because the guy
Again?
just...
I'm just going to put this out there. This is a pre-sorry because I'm going to have to rob you again.
Wow. Maybe don't rob me anymore.
And from there, Danny floated around the Southeast for a small-time crime spree, robbing 2 Kansas City grocery stores and a Taco Bell before breaking into a home where he stole the ID of a man named Michael Kennedy. Danny then moved on to Sarasota, Florida, where he became Michael Kennedy for a time. Bought some glasses at LensCrafters, he ate out at Shoney's, he bought a bunch of gaudy jewelry from Tilden Ross Jewelers, gold
Yes.
chain, that shitty ring.
Yes, my name is Michael Kennedy.
Michael Kennedy?
Yeah, I got bad eyesight, that's for certain. I love the Salisbury
So
steak.
you say your name is Michael.
Yeah.
So
Well, who?
what? Michael Kennedy.
Where is it?
And it's you.
What?
If I scream like, "Hey, Danny!"
Yeah.
Oh, so you're Danny.
No.
Thank you, Michael.
I'm sorry for taking the driver's license.
It's fine. I'm just gonna need it back. I'm Michael.
Danny also began telling stories to everyone he met, claiming that he was a Vietnam War veteran who owned a trucking company in Kansas City and had also just sold a song for $10,000.
If only.
But you know what's funny? His lies of ambition are modest.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
Where it's like,
that's
okay,
why-
a lot of
because
people were in
he's still-
Vietnam. A lot of people run construction companies.
He's still in front of you, so his lies can't be that big. He can't be
Right.
like, I'm a professional basketball player.
Right.
But at the same time, Danny was building up to something terrible, and he knew it. A week before the murders in Gainesville, Danny sat down with a tape recorder in a motel room in Sarasota. There, Danny recorded a protracted message to his family and the police, explaining what he was about to do and, of course, apologizing to his family while also telling them how great they were. He said, among other things, quote,
Pop, I tell you, you got a good one, and she got her a good one too.
Fucking now.
And you're a good man.
Viet fucking now.
Well, I want you to go on. What I'm trying to say is that after this tape, you're not gonna hear anything else from me. Just forget
Half
about me.
blood.
Just forget about me. I'm gonna sing every song I ever wrote. I'm gonna sing it to you, Mom. And I'm gonna sing it to you, Daddy.
Oh,
I'll sing them to you, Pop. If you want to listen.
I don't want to.
You didn't ever want to listen.
No, I know. That's kind of why you're here in this situation with your mental illness. It's interesting. So he recorded this tape, and then immediately for the next 2 weeks, he was looking at the iTunes charts just to see how well is it doing. But he didn't go alt right enough.
They changed the algorithm.
Yeah.
Danny then played and sang all of his songs. He had one about Jesse James. He had one called Boggy Bayou. One called I Need a Job.
Honestly, he should be playing that song a lot more.
In front of a future employer, perhaps.
I need a job, not one for a slob. I need one right here, right now.
And he played this song right here, Mystery Writer, which is just a fucking rip-off of House of the Rising Sun.
God help us.
It hurts. It actually hurts my ears.
and so on and so forth. Mystery Rider, What's Your Name, Black Leather, Black Riding White Horse. It's fucking terrible.
Can you imagine the 15-minute version he did of that at the children's birthday?
Wow. He seems like the kind of guy who really takes that song super seriously.
Very serious.
Oh, hey.
Like the one that's like, you don't know what it's like. Like he is, because I just pictured that's the soundtrack in his head as he runs with the log and army fatigue.
No one will ever know him. No one will. He's too mysterious. He's too intense. He's too real.
Also,
You'll never get to know his passion.
You can just see the poor guy in the hotel room next to him, just with his eyes bugged out, just be like, I need to fucking sleep, man.
Honestly,
How am I gonna get Becky back?
I smoked too much crack for this song to be my soundtrack right now.
Bro, shut up, dude.
So, the night after Danny recorded his shout-out goodbyes and all of his songs, he pawned his guitar and bought a 9mm semi-automatic handgun for $500. And by August 18th, Danny had left Sarasota and he arrived in Gainesville. There, he began stalking students at the University of Florida. And that's where we'll end our series next week with the Gainesville Ripper murders and the serial killer groupie.
I have no idea what you guys are talking
I
about.
saw a man in my mind. A man in black.
Yeah.
On a black horse, and he was humping me.
I like it.
Oh, the idea.
Sandra enters through.
I think we have to publicly shame everyone involved. In this case, all right. Well, good job on bringing some levity to that horrible fucking story.
It's a fucked up story.
I
You
can't
have no fucking idea how
don't
bad
know.
it's going to get next week.
I am so happy I don't know that yet.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to, for this next week, I'm going to say every day, I'm going to say, I don't know what he did. And then by
Rex
next
up
week, I'll
and
say,
monkey.
now I
All
do.
right.
Yeah,
And then kind of ruined a little bit more. So
Yeah.
that's where we always catch up.
but that's why we'll cleanse it afterwards for the UFO episode, and everyone's like, oh, all real shit. Oh,
Yeah.
look at this real news.
It's more fun anyway. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening. That's fascinating. I just be very careful, and as we learned with the Richard Chase story,
Your doors.
lock the door. Any little thing, just any little stop.
Yeah.
Well, because these people are idiots. They're lazy. They're just
They need a reason to stop.
Yeah, you don't have to live in fear. You just have to lock your doors.
Yeah, that's
Just
right.
make sure your doors are locked. Doors are locked, windows are locked.
All
Just
right,
make
let's
sure
go to
that-
the Grand
that's usually
Exchange.
good enough.
Also, I have one of those alarm systems that says, like, it says whenever any door is open, like, you hear, like, backyard door ajar. Like, and we're always so scared of, like, hearing that upstairs. You just hear, like, living room, window, ajar.
that's scary.
Nah.
Oh my God.
I'm
All right.
going
Well, let's see here. So we got Grundy County.
We're coming at you
now.
We're sold out, but that's so exciting.
We are
Sarah.
honestly,
Bowman.
you will find out tonight what it was we can maybe make up on stage.
Yes.
And that will be interesting. I'm very excited to get back in the groove. I'm excited. We're going to be in Nashville. We're going to, man, it's fun's happening again, boys. It's happening again, boys.
It's evident.
And we hope everyone is being safe and responsible
Absolutely.
out there. I know there's a lot of thoughts and mistrust when it comes to all of the things going on, but I would say I got the vaccine.
Yep.
I'm fine. I just want to throw that out there. Let people
Dude,
know
I
know
didn't
it's
get
not-
any symptoms. I know I had to say that, but, like, I mean, I was tired, but that was it.
I got sick as fuck, but I got over it in about 8 hours. Got the chills, got the fever, but hey, it was fine. It was fucking worth it. I'm fully vaccinated now. Fully fucking vaccinated now.
Yeah. Well, I think people are trying to marry the idea that, like, how do we trust these, corporate entities and the government? But in this case, so I understand. You can rationalize that, and you can say be skeptical, but also get the vaccine
Yeah,
because
because
it's just the property.
it's just
Just get it.
also vaccines work. It's part of human history. If you deny your vaccines, you begin to sound like someone who is
Get the vaccine, huh?
uneducated.
Hmm.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Hope everyone is being safe. And anything else? Keep on supporting all the shows here.
Ruin the light.
Yeah, you're listening to No Dogs in Space. We're 4 parts into a 6-part series on the Beastie Boys. Right now is the perfect time to get into it.
And we got 2 episodes left of the Dunecast.
I have no
ready to
idea
get
what
to,
Ruin
which I'm
Light
really
is.
excited to
I'll just
it's not
tell you
that I'm
that right
excited
now.
to stop reading Dune. I'm
You are.
excited to redo.
Did you
the
just say
pleasures
meow?
Yeah.
That nice, and not have to orate all of your
Okay.
thoughts.
But it's fun at the same time.
Fucking tripping.
Down the goods.
And check out Abe when it's not bad, and of course all the other shows. All right, everyone. Well, we love you very much. Hope you're hanging in there. And hail yourselves.
Hail tickets.
Hail Gene. Congratulations.
You lucky pieces of fuck.
Is it sick? Put your blinds down? But then you have to live in your own. We can't be scared.
Is that like a
either.
switch
Just
light?
lock your windows. Just lock your windows. Lock your windows and lock your doors. That's all you really need to do.
And lick a knife. Lick a knife outside. Like you look through your window. You peep the peeper.
Also, have a grenade in your home, because if you do see them and you can pull the pin, hold the grenade, being like, we'll both go, motherfucker. We'll both do this. Mutual destruction always wins.
I love that.
This show is
The
made
Cannibal
possible by
Killer
listeners like
of
you.
Ventus.
Thanks to our ad sponsors. You can support our shows by supporting
shit.
them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.
Okay, Swift Kit.
Introducing Clamar Hard Seltzers. Made with real Jose Cuervo tequilas.
I think that was like, you could look up people's stats and shit.
New Clamar Hard Seltzer from Jose Cuervo. 90 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar. All natural flavors. Jose Cuervo Clamar. 5% alcohol by volume. Knoxville, Jersey City, New Jersey.
Want to know the secret to making sure everything at Kroger is fresh? Secret shoppers, spies we hire to expertly inspect our produce department in every store. Their mission is to ensure we have the freshest bananas, lettuce, and more. Now that the secret is out, you know what else is? Tomatoes that are fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I like how the Grand Exchange gives us 3 boxes now instead of 2.
Sound of getting it super fast with GoPuff. Download now and order in seconds for delivery in minutes, all for a flat fee of $1.95. GoPuff. Make now.
Side stories. Yes. So we get a lot of fun mail.
So much fun mail.
At LPN. It's so nice. We just found it. Jerry's in studio today. Not Jerry Seinfeld. He said no.
He wouldn't do it. He said that we.
Oh man, I just listened to this.
Oh yeah, we're just too.
I'm just gonna pause it.
We police him too hard.
Man, if you guys could get Jerry Seinfeld into the studio, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, he's getting old, bro. I don't know how many days this Jerry Seinfeld dude has. Oh man, I keep forgetting to add it in note form. Withdraw as note. Withdraw. I'm a swordfish. I'm a lobster. I'm a tuna. I'm a cabbage. All my logs. Iron bar. Shield. Bucket. Yeah, I'm not gonna need this shit. Let's see. I don't know if I can sell that. I think that's a quest item. I don't want to sell my wizard shit. I don't really want to sell my arrows. I don't even think I have a ranger outfit, so maybe I will. Do I still want to do mage sit? Yeah, I still want to do mage sit. I need to raise my magic level. I don't want to mine anymore. Actions. Yeah, I'll just sell these then. I'm not gonna need that anymore. I'm not gonna need these. I'm not gonna need that. I'm not gonna need that. I don't need 2 of those. Deposit 1. Get all that. Since I only have 1 of those, I'm guessing I don't need them. Okay, let's sell. tuna fish, all of them for 2,050 coins. Collect. So, both of my cabbages. Wait, do I not have to click all every time? Since it's a note, I do not. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, these aren't selling very well. One gold. That's how you get shit to sell. Cancel. I can't believe these logs aren't selling. Logs are supposed to be like a hot commodity. Okay. Maybe that's what everyone's doing, fucking selling logs. Tequila! Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Tequila. More than that, you can look up stuff at the G from there. Some quest assistance and much more. Oh yeah, dude. I always went to like Rune HQ to figure out these fucking quests. I don't think I've ever done a quest without like Rune HQ or like another website. Because I am lazy and I don't feel like using my brain. I'll sell you this bucket for 1 coin. Alright. I think I got a good bargain on that bucket. No. Why does it keep trying to... Did I fuck up? Because I feel like I fucked up right now. Okay. Then sell this cabbage for 1 coin. Sell these shears for 1 coin. I'm gonna sell everything for 1 coin. Because usually I get a good price if I just do like that and it's fast. I just need to sell all this shit real quick. So, ooh. I think I have. Oh, wait, no. Tripping. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Tequila. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I'm sorry, I don't know. I have that fucking song stuck in my head. Alright, and sell my small fishing net. 1 coin. I'm really glad they don't actually give me 1 coin for all this. I'd be kind of screwed. You don't know how many times I tried to go fight ogres and I didn't have my brass key. I like left that fucking shit in the bank. And then I feel like a dumbass. God damn it, Cameron. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright, then I'll Sell this thing. Alright. What do you guys do? Oh, let me go back to the bank. I'm getting distracted by all their banners. Okay. Yeah, I got some more stuff to sell. I'm gonna keep that. Sell these. Yeah, withdraw all 2,000 swordfish. Man, I wish I had 2,000 swordfish. Get that. I don't need these chef's hats. I don't need all these capes either. So, exchange. Boop. Son of a bitch, I forgot to press all. Bump that up. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, ba, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Boop, boop. Yeah, that's right. I know some Star Wars shit. Alright. Bank. Got money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank? I got money in the bank. I don't think I have enough money in the bank. I wonder if I can get enough with these runes. I don't want to use my runes though. Not me, I didn't kill anybody. Okay. Well, let's see. Bye. Well, maybe we can just get like one piece at a time. Let's do Sarah Doman play body. There we go. 50,000 coins. See, that's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna raise my offer a little bit. Sweeten the pot. There we go. Bing, bada bing, bada boom. Alright, Sarah Doman. Raise up the offer. The guy was right. These prices are actually really low. They used to be way higher. Okay. I'm gonna buy Sarah Doman. Plant legs. Raise my offer. Oh, okay. Do I really want the plate legs? Wait, I didn't sell my rune armor. My dumbass. Okay, let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. That's all you need. Alright, and then exchange. Sell this shit. Sell this shit. Sell this shit. Collect. Sell my legs. Collect. by Ceradon. Yeah, Ceradon play legs. And we're gonna bump that offer up. Okay, now we need Sarah. Okay, chill. All right. Ooh, your boy looking fly. Fly like an eagle, 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 into the future. I don't like the way the red amulet clashes with the armor, though. Maybe I can get a different kind of amulet. Uh, 301. 301. Used to write guides on the website. That's pretty cool. Am I in 301? Yeah, 301. I actually didn't come out of this too dirt broke. I would have fucking broke the fucking bank. Decent. Yeah, let's try to get an amulet. Let's see. Yeah, let's get an amulet of power. I have no idea what an amulet of power does, but let's just get that. I'm sure it's gonna look better with the armor. Alright, in the bank. Put that in the bank. And let's get out of this fucking bunch of people here. People being immature as always. Some thoughty. Hold up. Nice sword. I'm good. Just live streaming on Twitch. She never told me. She hasn't told me yet. You ran away. Oh. Okay, so you are Zaki Shiro. Wow. I'm Iron Man. Oh, thought he logged out. Oh. Oops, I don't mean to run away from you. HCIM even. What's HCIM mean? Hardcore Iron Man. Which means I haven't died yet. What? You haven't died. I was thinking about making a Hardcore Iron Man account, but I just do not pay attention, and I'll fucking run off and I'll fucking die. Let's see. Red helmet fire. Oh, is that what that means? You got your harpoon? Oh, I see you're wearing oh man. No, I don't have members. Oh. Yeah, man. Your armor doesn't count here in the non-mems world. What is that chest plate you're wearing? I forgot what that was called. Toe rags. Okay, I'm checking your Imgur. Oh. You can't see all my stats. You can see. Okay, I see your stats. It's pretty good. How did you do that so fast? I didn't bring money. Oh shit! Oh, the genie. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. I really want my attack to go up. All right. Well, hey, listen, it's been cool. It's been fun, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream, and it's going up on my YouTube page. Check me out. I'm Dakakashi. I'm gonna have my YouTube link on my fucking Twitch page, so check it out. Peace out.